Sneakerheads are pretty used to jumping through hoops in order to cop cool kicks, whether it's getting up early for releases, navigating the internet to find out where the releases are dropping, pleading with your family, your friends, your missus to enter into another raffle or another draw for you, or camping for a drop. There aren't many situations in life packed with more anxiety than trying to check out with a limited pair of sneakers in your cart, fumbling over your card details, misremembering your security number, panicking over someone carjacking you, all the while stressing over whether or not your internet connection is going to remain stable. All that is par for the course, but jumping through hoops just to enter into a raffle? Is it a good way to filter out the casuals and the resellers from the keen beans, or are retailers just doing too much? Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is me, Jordan Young, aka Sneakernomicz, and if you are new around here, feel free to hit that subscribe button so you can help me get to 100,000 subscribers. And to all of my regulars, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. Today we are talking about the pros and cons of the new age sneaker raffle and whether creativity and commitment should be a prerequisite in getting access to cool kicks. For the unfamiliar, a sneaker raffle is just like a normal raffle where you might buy a ticket to win a supercar or a meat pack. You buy a ticket, your name goes into the hat, and if you are the lucky winner, you win the prize. With a sneaker raffle, the entrance is free, but if you win the chance to spend your money on the shoes. If you're not a sneakerhead, this whole idea will seem like absolute marketing genius. And to be fair, I still have friends who are baffled when I tell them how excited I am to have won a competition to be able to spend my own money on shoes I don't need. Raffles have basically become the norm these days for limited sneaker releases because left to our own devices, we can't be trusted to line up civilly. We can't be trusted to wait outside in a patient manner in order for the sneakers to release. Some retailers choose to use their raffles as a great way to engage with their customers and their fan base. There is a big retailer here in the UK called Offspring who pretty much run all of their exclusive raffles on Instagram through a variety of different means, including creative competitions. We'll talk more about them in a moment, but first I want to talk about the recent raffle by Maniere. They recently ran an Instagram raffle for their Maniere Jordan 4, which is one of the hottest, most anticipated sneaker releases of the entire year. In order to enter into the raffle, you had to film a video of yourself and upload it to IG or Twitter, talking about important issues to you. You were also asked to tag your local political representative, as well as your local broadcasting station, as well as Maniere, alongside the hashtag #MyVoiceHoldsPower. This raffle took place in the lead up to the recent midterm elections. The motivation behind this content was to get people to talk about issues in their community and to encourage people to get out there and vote. So let's talk about some of the pros and cons of this kind of a raffle release, starting with the pros. It's given people an opportunity to vocalize their thoughts on important issues in their lives and inside their communities. It's raised awareness around voting and the importance that each vote has in any given election. It's given rise to an outpouring of concern regarding social issues, economic issues, educational issues, gentrification issues pertinent to people inside their communities. It's enabled the brands to empower people to feel like they can share their concerns around things that are happening in their communities. The method has also potentially filtered out a lot of casuals or a lot of people that are perhaps apathetic to the idea. So there's a lot of pros, and as a minor aside, I'm all for it. I think it's a great idea. However, there are some cons. There are some comments to the contrary. A lot of people think that this style of raffle entry is just doing too much. Some people felt like they were having to do some kind of like assignment or some kind of essay in order to just qualify to take part in the raffle. For a lot of people, copping sneakers is a fun experience, and this extra credit assignment felt like it was maybe taking the fun out of it a little bit. A lot of people saw this raffle as purely political. Some people were even calling these the Jordan 4 politics. Some people have felt alienated by the method of entry because they're either too anxious to speak up, or they're in corporate jobs whereby they might be held to account for words vocalized on their social media platforms. Some smartasses out there have simply said that this is a very elaborate measure to cover up backdooring. Here in the UK, there is a retailer called Offspring who run all of their exclusive raffles through Instagram, and the most limited releases are generally run through a raffle that involves some kind of creative competition. They are really anti-reselling, and they have some pretty stringent criteria that you have to meet in order to be eligible to just take part in the first place. Firstly, you have to be over 17 years of age. You can only enter in the raffle for your size, and you must post your shoe size on your Instagram bio. If you win the raffle, you must turn up with ID proving who you are, as well as proof of your social media account. And if you win a raffle, they can and will ask you to wear a previous win in order to pick up your win. And if you don't wear a pair of sneakers that you've won from them in the past, you will invalidate your entry, turn your W into an L, and then you'll actually be banned from future competitions with them. They also have a lot of staff and community members skulking around Facebook sneaker groups, where if they see someone selling a pair of sneakers won from one of their raffles, they will be ratted out and located and systematically banned from future raffles. So they've created this very loyal and very engaged community who love what they're doing on Instagram. These are some pros and cons of the way that Offspring run their raffles. They genuinely discourage reselling. They want their exclusive product to go into the hands of collectors and sneakerheads who are going to wear the sneaker and enjoy the sneaker and not resell the sneaker. They run really fun, creative Instagram raffle competitions that get people thinking outside the box a little bit. They've created a really enthusiastic sneaker community that genuinely loves kicks. Now for some of the cons. People don't want to feel like they have to be constantly checking their phones for updates or reacting as soon as they see an Offspring notification pop up on their IG. A lot of times people are simply too busy working or doing whatever to be able to drop everything they're doing and jump on IG. A lot of people don't want to feel like they have to constantly kiss ass or suck up to the company in order to curry favor or in order to stay in good stead with the brand. Some people don't want to feel like they have to mention their shoe size on their IG in order to qualify to enter into a raffle. Sometimes the creative competitions feel a little bit unfair because other people have a more natural creative proclivity. Other people have more time up their sleeves. Other people have got more resources. With these creative competitions, people just don't want to feel like they have to kind of put themselves out there so much, like some kind of X Factor audition in order to be approved to be able to spend their money. I think that's one of the main things that it comes down to. Because these things are being judged subjectively by someone else, everyone that loses is always going to feel aggrieved, especially if you put in a lot of effort into your submission and then it doesn't go through. It's kind of like taking a double L. It can feel like a real letdown when you lose these creative competitions because it almost feels like you've been deemed not worthy enough to be able to spend your own money. So there we have it. Those are some pros and cons around the creative competition raffles. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that it is awesome for some of these smaller retailers to be wheeling out these kinds of creative competitions for you to enter into so that you can potentially have a good crack at one of these limited edition sneakers? Or do you prefer the idea of just filling out a Google form or jumping in a raffle on a website? Let me know your thoughts. I'd be interested to hear what you think. Thank you so much for watching the video. Feel free to hit that like button and subscribe if you enjoy all things sneakers, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.